Hey, what's going on guys, welcome back to the monster video. So in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the monster Stungum. So this monster is available in exclusive Legends Pass for Corrupted Era Season 3. But this 9,000 cells that you see was given to me by Social Point exclusively. So I want to thank them for giving me this, and so with that being said, I'm going to be reviewing this monster up to rank 5, level 150, and I'll show you guys how good this monster is, or how bad. I don't know, we'll have to see. I've heard some good things, I've heard some bad things about this monster, so we're about to find out, okay? But I hope you guys are excited for today's video. If you are, drop a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Anyways, let's go on and get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and speed this up. 50 gems, and we're going to go on and hatch it. We got it right here. Oh, the egg looks like basically a bunch of gumballs. We're gonna go on and speed this up though. Stungum. Alright. So what, does he like stun gums? I don't know. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. Alright. Let's see the ultimate. Oh. Okay. That's kind of violent. But 832, we've got Stungum. Let's go ahead and take a look at the ultimate. It's called Big Price. It basically applies a Mega Stun to all enemies, and then it applies 2 random negative status effects to all enemies. It's kind of decent, because it's the 2 random negative status effects. It could be burn and something else, or it could be really random, something that you don't even need. So with that being said, that's literally it. You don't deal any damage or anything like that. But let's go on and take a look at the traits. You have Hardened. Hardened's actually quite good. You have Immune to Possession at rank 1. This comes in handy sometimes. And then rank 3, Area Random Debuff. Okay. So it's a status caster, casts a random debuff to all enemies at the start of battle. If they have Megataunt, which they most likely will, then there's going to be 3. Let's go on and get it to level 100, and we're going to check out the stats. Ooh, 6,369 speed. We can already tell that this is the fastest monster. So here's the thing. I'm pretty sure this monster is a Denier, right? So the fastest Denier in the game is basically Stungum at the moment. You have 88,368 life, which is actually a decent amount of life comparing it to the other corrupted monsters. In this rank, you don't have to really worry about it because it's not an attacker. But let's take a look at the skills. Yup, okay, so AoE stun, we definitely need that. It's an AoE stun and shock. You also have a heavy thunder damage to one enemy, applies mega stun to one enemy, so they'll lose 2 turns. You also have relaxing flavor, which is a moderate thunder damage to one enemy, and then activates cooldown on one enemy. So CDA to one enemy. I'm gonna go ahead and equip it there. Let's see what else we got. And then you also have a mint and strawberry, which is a moderate thunder damage to one enemy, applies stun to one enemy, and then also a random positive effect. Positive status effect to itself only. It's not to whoever you choose. So that kind of sucks, but other than that, it can come in handy, so why not? We have varied flavor, which deals some damage, and then a random negative status effect is applied to one enemy. AoE shock, that can come in handy, but you have the AoE stun and shock, so I recommend choosing this so you don't need the lucky day, unless you want to run it just for the 0 cooldown. You also have Eternal Gummy. This is also a spammable skill as long as you have the 25 stamina, 30 stamina. This is a 1 turn. This is a 1 turn. So not bad. Not bad at all. I also have noticed his skills are moderate to high cooldown. Actually, it's just moderate cooldown, I've got to say. Yeah, so 2, 3, 2, and then 3. Alright, I'm getting it to 130, and I do want to let you guys know that these are the 4 skills that I went with. I recommend getting these. If you want to swap them with any of these 0 cooldown skills, that also works out. But yeah, those are the 4 best skills in my opinion. But we do have everything unlocked in here, so we have Immune to Possession. Now here's the thing, that's the only thing that's protecting him from getting denied. You know, now he can get stunned, he can get frozen, many other, but he can't get possessed. So that's the only thing. But other than that, he can get denied pretty easily, which kind of sucks. But other than that, not bad. Trait wise is kind of decent. But for runes, here's what I recommend you guys given. You can go with 3 speed runes, or you can go with 3 team speeds. However you like it, go ahead and do it. I went with 3 speed because I'm going to be pairing it up with Spectra, and I'm going to be having the Spilling Fist on Spectra so that the Spectra takes in the first turn, uses the Spilling Fist, gets rid of all the Mega Taunt, anything that's basically trying to stop him, and then once it's his turn right after, he can go ahead and AoE stun them or something like that. Now the nice thing about shock is that it doesn't just block extra turn skills, it also helps against UA, which is unrelenting assault, and many players actually run that, so that's quite nice. And then the Mega Stun and the CDA can come in handy as well, same with the single target stun. But other than that, guys, let's take a look at the relics. So you have double mask. Ooh, You can go ahead and give an Electron's Mask. This will be a option. Boss's Mask also works because it says if you're under a control status effect, right? So it could be frozen, stunned, or possessed. Possession you don't have to worry about, but frozen and stunned, you can remove like 100 points of stamina. So whichever one you'd like, go ahead and do it. But I'm going to go with Electron's Mask and Jazzy's mask as well. So I'm going to combine those two. And then now for Obscure Talent. So here's what you can give for Obscure Talent. You can go with Dispelling Fist. Dispelling Fist would be a nice option. You can also go with Burning Hands. Now this one's kind of underrated because once you use our AoE skill, you're applying burning, shock, and also you're stunning the enemies, especially if you're gonna run Spectra with like Dispelling Fist and full speed, you know what I mean? So that's gonna be a nice combo. I think I'm gonna go with that. You can also do Dispelling Fist like I mentioned, and lastly you can maybe go with Sin Eater, I guess, since this monster doesn't have any type of trait that basically gives immune to torture or anything in general, unless you're gonna be pairing it up with like the Dew or let's say for example Tabora, you know, stuff like that. Soul Drag, that's also, you know, optional. If you want to go with that, cool, that's fine. But I'm gonna go ahead and give in Burning Hands. Now this is the team that I'm gonna be running it with. Okay, I'm gonna have Bombita, I'm gonna have full Spectra with full speed, and then also full speed on my other monster. A Migbo Games, is this really a Migbo? I don't know, but take a look at this. We've got a 140 Simus, a 137, and a 130. So we're gonna go on and start this fight. So I take in the first turn, as you guys can see. Now, hopefully I'm not super powerful, super strong against this. Nice. Okay, so this is the amount of speed I need. So take a look at this. We get rid of the Megataunt with the Dispelling Fist. We also get rid of the Pierce, but especially the Megataunt there. That's what we needed to get rid of, right? So the Megataunt is gone, and that was a huge help. That is what we needed to get rid of. All right. So there it is. That's gone. And so now that it's Stungum's turn, you can go ahead and use your AoE stun. Okay. None of these monsters are immune to stun. So basically use your stun. You also apply shock and stuff. Okay, maybe that's a little too much. I kind of want to leave the battle. No, never mind. They can survive it. You're gonna die. Okay, since you're going next. But I see the turn orders and you'll be fine. Okay, so as you guys can see, it's actually a pretty good combo, isn't it? You know, this is actually a pretty good combo. But I'm gonna have to leave this because this defense was kind of weak, and it just couldn't resist it for any longer. None of them could come back either with like essence and stuff like that, so that's why I wanted to leave it. But that is not the team that I'm looking for. Let's hope we can find someone better, someone slightly stronger than that. Actually 10 times stronger than that, because it's just uncommon monsters and stuff. Okay, this is what I need. This is what I need. I know these are just mythic monsters, but they're 150, so they'll resist against my damage here. It's a bit. Okay, so take a look at this. So I hit them with Falling Fire. All right, you're gonna deal quite a large damage here. Megataunt's off as well. You need to get rid of that Megataunt. Now you also gotta watch out for monsters like Hammer, whatever his name is. You know the breeding monster, the Megataunt, the new one. You gotta watch out from him. Besides him, you also gotta watch out from Korai Cage, or however you pronounce it. Leafalin also, you gotta watch out from those monsters. So we're gonna go ahead and hit them with our AoE stun and stuff. See, look, shock, burning, and quite a lot of damage on top of that. Also, Jazzy Neck on top of that. You're gonna remove some, quite a lot of stamina there. And yeah, from there I can just, you know, hit him with one shot or something right there. I can do that. Or why not? Let's do it. Hit him with one shot. Bam! Dispelling Fist on top of that. And basically they'll end up dying if I recharge right here, because look at their life. And none of them can come back with like essence or anything like that because they can't hold it. But you guys see it, right? They can do... They're actually a pretty good team. And I've got to say, I've heard lots of negative things about this monster, but pair it up with something like this. Give this a try. This is actually a pretty good strategy. Okay? Full speed spec with the Dispelling Fist, and then you need... Stungum with full speed as well, and just make sure Stungum takes in the second turn instead of first. Okay, now he is super fast. The reason why I give him 3 speed instead of, you know, some team speeds or anything like that is because it's a 146 spec, that's a 130 level difference, and besides that it's level 10 runes and level 9, if that makes sense. Alright, so I got it to 150. The reason why I didn't show you guys the stats for 150 is because I wanted to just get into a battle real quick and finish off the battle first and then show you guys the stats after, because it's super difficult for me to find a good team, because most of these bases that I go up against, they have like level 4 monsters, or like they have uncommons, legendaries, and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So it's hard to find like a good team, maybe something like this, you know what I mean? Like 150s and stuff that can actually resist against me. Now I sort of did make a mistake by not changing my rune setup here, but you know what? We're fine because there's no megatons in here. Now when there's no megatons, you'll be fine. So for this battle, we're fine, okay? So we can go ahead and hit them with the burning. We can remove some stamina, gain some stamina, and from here I can go ahead and get rid of the damage protection. Although it would have been nice if I could have gotten rid of the damage protection first, but not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. So let's see what happens here. Seamrath charges up, or basically loses a turn because it was stunned. So here, okay, we're gonna go ahead and activate cooldown. Who shall we activate cooldown on? Actually, I do want to test out this one right here, which applies a random positive effect to itself. Let's see what this random positive status effect will be. So let's see. All right, mint and strawberry. What do we have? Protect trait. Okay. Well, let's say if we were facing any monsters that trade disabled me, right? Or tried trade disabling. Well, it wouldn't have worked out, okay? Because now I basically have that. They'll have to get rid of that first in order to trade disable me, if that makes sense. I'm going to charge up here. All right, you died. You're not going to come back? Oh, man. I do have this. No, wait. Burning Hands, 0 uses. Trust Mask, and Jazzy Mask. Okay. So I can go ahead and activate cooldown on him. I can also Mega Stun her, but she was recently Mega Stunned. So I could just hit him with the CDA. Jazzy's Mask to remove some stamina. Now that's actually pretty good since it's an extra turner. But we're going to have to leave this battle because we can't win it. But you guys see how nice this monster is, right? But now you need to watch out from the speed. As you guys can see, Spectra, even with the level 10 runes, and my other monster has level 9s, level difference. And also, that monster is just the fastest Denier in the game. So his stats are just too good. So I'm gonna have to swap some of these runes with like team speeds and stuff. So I swapped one of them, and that is enough. Take a look at this, 19,705 speed, right? Now take a look at this, 21,011 speed. So you need Spectre to go in first, and then Stungum right after. And so together it's gonna be a nice combo. But yeah, this is nice. All right, let's go ahead and take it to under battle. Actually, I want to show you guys the stats, right? So 150 stats. Here's what you get. You get about 11,008 speed. You've never seen that speed before at 150. He is the fastest Denier in the game right now. At the moment. The time I'm recording this, this monster is the fastest Denier. I'll have to see who takes his spot. Alright, we're facing 2 anticipation monsters. No problem at all. So see, Spectra goes in first. Spectra uses the AoE fire. Cleanses everything. Megatons especially. Yeah, we need to get rid of that Megatons. And then here I can go ahead and use my AoE stun and stun both of them. Get rid of one though, which is going to be the 2. And, oh, the other one dies too. Both of them died. One comes back. What are you going to do? I have Megatons protecting me. You can't really do much. I know you're going to trade disable me, but that's literally it. Just that. Nothing else. I could just charge up here. Charge up. Stungum, CDA. So basically what CDA does is that the enemy can't attack. Well, they can, but it's just really depends on their on themselves, you know, like if they're running a 0 cooldown, then they're fine, they're gonna go on and attack, but most of their skills they won't be able to use it because of that. But overall, I gotta say, overall I actually kind of like this monster. People are just saying that it's not good and stuff like that. Now it's not an overpowered monster, but it is pretty good in my opinion. But I want to hear your opinion, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about him. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.